This is the promethea enclosure. It looks like we still have one caterpillar on the cup. So the cup is going to have to stay again. All those caterpillars. These guys really like to eat in groups when they are young. I would love to be able to transition these caterpillars to the upright style of rearing them. But they're not all on the branches just yet. This guy is holding on to the paper towel with one little back foot. And I wanted to remove this piece of paper towel. So I'm just kind of nudging his behind to see if I can get him to let go of the paper towel. Hey, buddy. But, oh, there we go. I was just gonna say, but it's not working, but he did. All right, let's see what we have here. This leaf is unoccupied. I do see some caterpillars on the bottom of the enclosure. This leaf is unoccupied. This leaf is unoccupied. This leaf has a caterpillar on it. I'm just going to cut the part of leaf that the caterpillar is on so that I can get rid of this gross part of the leaf. Looks like this leaf is unoccupied. This leaf is definitely occupied. I see 5 caterpillars on it. And then I see what looks like a molting caterpillar on the bottom, but I'm not sure if it is still molting or if it died during molting. So I'm gonna have to check that out. There is a caterpillar on the back side of the enclosure. I just need to make sure nobody's on these little pieces of leaf or under these paper towels. Okay. So to me, it looks like this caterpillar maybe got stuck in its skin when molting. I don't know if, oh, it's still alive. So I'm going to put down the camera and see if I can help it. Okay, I was able to get this guy's skin off. I had to spray him a few times, which is why he's got a water droplet on his head. Sorry, buddy. There you go. And I was able to grab teeny tiny parts of this old skin and hold on to it while he pulled with his front, all of his legs that were free, And with me pulling very, very gently and spraying him, I think 3 times, I was able to get the skin loose enough so he could pull his way out of it while I pulled the skin off. So this is what happens when a caterpillar either falls off of the bed of silk that it makes for molting, or when it gets disturbed during the molting process and needs to move, because it didn't have any surface that its old skin was stuck to at this point in time. So it couldn't use its front legs to pull himself out of his old skin. So only time will tell whether this guy will have survived that whole ordeal. In the meantime, I've got to cut around some of these caterpillars that are on the bottom, the paper towels on the bottom of the enclosure. Again, it's important not to try and force a caterpillar off of a surface, because it may be preparing to molt, which is why I just cut around them so that I don't take a chance in disturbing it, because it really needs to be able to hold on to its silk pad or silk mat during that molting process. So I think that that's all the caterpillars that were on the bottom. I'm just going to dump all the frass out to make sure there are no caterpillars underneath it. Okay, so we've got all these guys. I'm gonna put in some clean paper towels. And then I need to fill up the cups, not the cups, the tubes. I need to fill up the tubes, the floral tubes. I'm gonna put this little guy who just had that ordeal on a fresher leaf. Okay, so I got the floral tubes filled up, and I put them back in the enclosure, and I put in a new floral tube in between the other two that has a lot of fresh wild cherry branches, and I'm going to put the leaves with caterpillars onto the fresh leaves to get them to hopefully transfer onto the branches. So I just want to double check all of these pieces, which I cut off because they were mostly eaten. Just making sure there's no caterpillars on them. And I still do need to put this cup back in, because I have a feeling that this caterpillar is preparing to molt. I do want to put a leaf in front of it and just see if it'll climb onto it. No, it's not going for it. So I have to put the cup back in here. I'm putting it on top of one of the floral tubes, and I'm gonna stick this big wild cherry leaf in it like that, and then that's it.